Hey, how's it going? And today I'm excited to bring you this tutorial about 2D art in LightWave, potentially 3D. Maybe it's 2.5, I'm not sure. I'm excited to bring this tutorial. I had made a similar tutorial to this not too long ago, but as I was doing my exploration of LightWave, my never-ending exploration, I found a better way, an interesting way of creating these kinds of things, and I'm just going to share it with you right now. So I'd like to say this is by popular request, but it's not. We're here in layout. I always love this, how you start with nothing, absolutely this barren 3D landscape, and you can create the most amazing things when you're done. And you don't really need any other additional tools or plugins. You know, it's really amazing to me. What we're gonna do, what are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna go into the backdrop. While we're at it, let's go to the light and the environment light. In another video, I alluded to the connection between the environment light and this backdrop. It's almost like just another way of accessing the same kind of thing. But let's go into VPR so you can see what's going on, and then I'll adjust my perspective here. So I actually just stumbled upon this idea, this way of doing this 2D procedural art. I want to call it 2.5 because it has a 3D quality to some of this art, by noticing this window, this preview window over here. So let me show you what I mean. Let's kill the backdrop, and then you notice it kills it over here on the light too. Okay, so we're gonna go add textured environment. We'll double click this, we'll go into texture, we're going to go to procedural, and let's just do look at turbulence for right now. If we're in the scene right now, this is what's got me thinking about this whole thing. So if I'm looking at my screen right now, one day I was looking at this screen and I was like, huh, that's not what this looks like over here. And this over here was looking really interesting. It's not like this whole world is going on over here, but this is not even close to this. So then I realized, oh, well, maybe I need to be in the camera view. So then I went into camera view, and it kind of is the same thing. It's like this is not the same as this, and this is kind of cool. So then I realized, well, maybe the camera, we need to back out a little bit. So if you go into camera, go into properties, now let's just back out. We'll just start zooming out, and look what happens. We start zooming out, and then I started realizing, oh my gosh, now we're seeing this, but it's, can I say spherized? It's made spherical because I believe of the way the camera is curving it. So it just opened up this whole world to me, that this section in the center looks very similar to what we see here in the preview window, but it's spherized because of the camera. I'm pretty sure, because this looks very similar to this. I know from other procedurals I've been playing around is it's got that spherical quality to it. So where the fun begins is, now that's cool as it is, where the fun begins is in these procedurals. If you start playing around with them, I'll just do one to give you the idea, because I could literally do this all day. So if we go into our texture here, and let's switch it to grid, now right off we've got something that's just some kind of really cool, interesting design. But wait, there's more. You can, of course, change the colors in here. So let's say we want to make it red. But the thing that's cool about it, it's completely symmetrical on the X and the Y. But you can, where it can really start having fun with this, and look at what you get down here in this. So what that kind of tells me is, I haven't tried this yet, but can I zoom out even more? And yes, sir, I can. Or yes, sir and madam. That almost looks like that warning symbol, you know, for radiation. But what we can do is, once we start scaling this thing, it really starts getting into some crazy stuff. So let's, sometimes I just have to play around with it myself. I don't know what I'm going to get. Different directions create different things. That's not anything too great. I made it actually disappear right there. So I've never played with these controls and scaling this particular one. Hey, look at that. Look, I'm just goofing off with this right now. So let's see. Can I bring it up bigger? I can. Now, how cool is that? I think that's a completely original design. So what you could use this is if you were making like a science fiction movie or something, and you wanted like the logo for the evil corporation or something, you could create. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. In fact, what's cool is if you go, I believe we can go into add layer, add another procedural, and then we can start layering these things and getting even crazier, whether you put it on the top, the bottom. Now that's turbulence. Now this is uncharted territory for me. I haven't created this exact same thing, but let's just try, I don't know, honeycomb. Yeah, so that we start layering these things, and it literally starts becoming sort of endless, the designs and where you can go with this. So I just think this is a really creative, cool way to create procedural art. Now all of these do kind of have this centered, concentric, I don't know what you want to call it, viewpoint, but nevertheless you can really start creating some far out stuff. Now just for the heck of it, I'll do one more. Let me just kill these. And let me add another layer here, another procedural. See, here I'm really zoomed out with the camera, but see what happens with dots. Because sometimes that's a fun one. So you might have to play around with the, the scaling. I don't know half the time what it's going to actually do. It seems to almost have a mind of its own as far as what it's going to do. That is pretty damn cool. If I can change the colors, maybe blue or something like that. Cool, it's cool. And of course I should have rendered that last one out. Let me just, while I'm thinking about it, let me render one of these out. And of course these render just super quick because they're just 2D images, but they're really cool stuff. So that's it. That's all I had for today. I hope you found this helpful. Just get in here and explore. Look at this window down here in the environment light, and that might give you some insights into what's going on too. So anyway, take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.